Morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning, Vietnam. Not really, but well, obviously, TikTok done lost its mind. Well, social media done lost its mind regarding the close encounter of almost unaliving the 45th Prez you know who. Jody, we'll let you up in a minute. We'll let you up in a minute, Jody. Let us get let us get
Twitter.
let us get grounded. Do what?
Twitter is. I was gonna say Twitter is one of them that's starting to, or that has been blown up about it.
Oh, bro.
Somebody found two or three different angles that the shots were coming from. I was like, oh my goodness.
So it wasn't just that. It wasn't just that dude. That's what they're saying.
That's the latest.
Oh, they wanted to wait for him to fire so they could blame him. Oh,
yeah, bro.
Yeah, if you
you can see like the.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say, that makes so much sense when you look at this person, the one that they're claiming did all of it. Look how they just put his butt like in the open. You know what I mean? Like he's just in a body. That way they can say, "Look, there he is, right there." And you got the two of them, the real ones, freaking like 1,000 meters away. You know, that really know how to do this. You know, and they're just waiting to hear that.
Somebody in the crowd at the top. The top of the stands.
What about the top of the stands?
There was one of them was at the top of the stands, like at the very top right.
And they can prove it?
You can see the smoke, I guess, or the dust, whatever comes off of the guns when you fire.
Yeah, but bro,
hey, you
listen,
can see it.
well, this is what I'm saying, bro. This is what I'm saying. That footage can be messed with so easily, especially with the technology we have now.
Yeah, that's true too.
So I'm telling you right now, bro, like the raw footage of this, I'm talking about people's phones. I mean, bro, that's the one that's going to matter. Like the stuff we start getting on the news, a lot of that comes from people's phones and things like that. But people watching the news, bro, if they know, hey, look, that's my footage, and they see something in there that they can't see in their phone, it's like, hold on a second, that's not the footage I gave you, you know. But anyway, we'll see. You got people, you know, they're doubling down on him being the Antichrist. Look, he got shot in the head. It's like, golly. Like, okay. All right. But today, that clearly is not going to be the conversation of this live. Dre, what has been going on lately, bro? Why have you been having echoes, man? Dre, why you been having all them echoes lately? Them bought them $20. Alex, what's up, man? What were you going to say?
Good morning.
Morning, man. What's going on?
You know what? Forget those $20. What you got on my 40, bro?
Let me get on that 40 real quick. We're going to start doing that 400. How about that? Hey, there's this dude.
Gotcha.
There was this big dude, man. And when I say big dude, he's a big dude, bro. 400 pounds. Big dude. And he was known amongst his friends to be a Dallas Cowboy fan. They literally called him 400. Like that was his name, 400. And amongst his brethren there, every time the Cowboys made a touchdown, like he'd get like on a chair or something and pretty much do a freaking shake and bake, all 400 pounds of him. And well, I didn't know this dude, so I went and I was not far from where all these people were, just kind of catching up with some folks. There's a lot of people outside, and he was walking next to me, and I noticed, I was like, it's a big dude. Like he's a big dude. Like just obviously he's got a lot of lard on him, but I'm saying he's a big dude, like overall. And I heard someone yell 400, and I was like, what? Like, why would someone yell that? You know, like it's just, you know, if you're a shooter and you hear someone yell that 400, you know, I'm just saying, I'm not saying that's a typical thing, you know, as a shooter to be yelling out, but just for me to hear that, like at night, bro, I was like, whoa, why is somebody yelling? And I see him raise his hands. He's like, hey, what's up, bro? And I'm like, I wonder if they just called that dude 400. So I had, you know me, I had to go find out. I said, hey, bro, did they just call you 400? He said, yeah. What about it? I said, well, they call you 400? He said, look at me, bro, 400 pounds. It's like, oh, he didn't say bruh. That's just me talking. But I was like, oh. And they said, hey, you ought to check him out whenever, look over here whenever the touchdown happens. And I was like, touchdown? He's like, oh, we're watching the Dallas Cowboy game. I said, man, it's the beginning of the season. I don't care. I said, man, when it gets ready to go to the playoffs, I just want the Cowboys to win one game in the playoffs, maybe two. I mean, they're going to win the Super Bowl next year, 2025. I said, but I said, I want them to just, go to the playoffs. Bro, they make a touchdown, and I hear a rumble that I have never heard in my life. And I look over there, and this big dude took off his shirt, bro, and he's pretty much doing he's pretty much doing the truffle shuffle like Chunk from the movie Goonie. You hear me? Dude had me rolling, bro. And he does it for like 10 seconds. It ain't like he just get us there for a couple. No. 10 seconds is a long time seeing that big boy bounce and jump. And this is a big old dude, man. Big old dude right here.
What's up, brother?
Oh, no. Mute your mic, ma'am. No, mute your mic. It is too early. Who let her up? Matter of fact, I'm going to let her down, and I'm going to let CJ and Flip down.
No.
CJ and Flip, one of y'all brought her up. What's up, Jody? What's up?
I want you to read. I want to read.
You want to read what? You want to read what? Bro, we don't feel like hearing Mary Poppins right now, bro, okay?
No, I want to read Proverbs.
Jody, do you know who Mary Poppins is?
I do. Yes, I do. I know Mary Poppins.
Who is it? Who is it? Who is it? Blah, 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 blah. Jody, CJ, mute your mic, bro, for you ruin it. Mute your mic. Jody, who's Mary Poppins?
It's a movie.
No. Who is it?
It's a lady with an umbrella. I used to watch the movie, but I don't.
Okay, tell me about her purse. If you explain her purse right, then I'll leave you alone.
Oh my gosh. It's been since I was 10 years old.
So you don't know. Tell me about her purse. Come on.
I knew you were going to play with me today,
yeah,
brother.
you of course you knew. That's why you come up here. You're like abuse.
No, I don't.
Okay, tell me. Hey, stop it. Stop trying to backpedal. Tell me about her purse.
What do you mean about her purse?
No. There is something about her purse. So the fact that you don't know what I'm asking about her purse, you have not seen that movie, man. Damn lamb for line. Let me let you get out of here quick.
Hey, I want to read Proverbs for you guys.
Just because you want to do something doesn't mean you should be allowed. Were you misentitled? Is that your last name, entitled? You're entitled to do whatever you want? Huh? Hello? Oh. Are you misentitled? Is that who you are?
I know.
All right. You know what? I'm gonna let you off the hook because you at least said Mary Poppins is a woman with an umbrella. That's fair enough. But the fact that you don't understand how to describe her purse is kind of heartbreaking. So I'm going to tell you.
Hey, brother, you guys are older than me. I'm probably the youngest in this group right now.
Oh, like we didn't know that, Jody. Really? Thank you for enlightening us that you're the youngest one here. Like we didn't know that, bro. Really? Why do you think I'm asking about older movies? Why? You think I'm asking about older movies because I haven't seen younger ones? Is that what you think? I'm asking on purpose, bro. Oh, are you serious? You just figuring this out? I do it on purpose because I don't believe you've seen them.
I'm just now seeing it.
Oh my Lord. Like, God almighty. If I was to name something of today, obviously you're going to know it, bro. Come on, bro. Not fun. Not fun. Okay. All right. Anyway, so look, Mary Poppins, her purse was like, like the never ending gobstopper, bro. Like there's no limit to what's in her purse. She would pull out items that were like 6 foot long. Her purse is only like 1 foot deep, but she could pull anything out of her purse.
Small? Was it small? Was it small?
It was probably.
It was a suitcase. It was like a doctor's bag.
Yeah, but it wasn't that big, bro.
Oh, wow.
It wasn't that big, though.
Oh.
It wasn't that big. It might have been a foot deep. So the depth of it might have been 1 foot, maybe like 15 inches by 12. I mean, it's not real small, but it wasn't big. You get what I'm saying? So anyway, now you know.
That's crazy.
Now you know some useless information that you'll never use again, all because you just want to come up here and ruin our morning with your presence every morning, Jody.
No, I don't.
I
don't. I know you're just joking with me, Brad.
You don't know, bro. You don't know me. You don't know me. Hey, Jody, what Proverbs are you wanting to read? What chapter? Oh, you don't even know that? Oh my Lord. Is it because of your age? So you don't, it's because of your age. You don't know what you're going to read. All right, bro. What is it? What is it?
Hold on.
All right.
Okay. This is the one that I really, really wanted to say.
No, hold on, Jody. Listen to my question. What chapter of Proverbs are you wanting to read? What chapter?
3.
Okay, what verse? What verse? Huh?
3.
3.
3.
Okay, hold on. So chapter 3, verse 3?
Verse 3 through 6.
3 through...
I got highlighted.
Okay, hold on. All right, hold on. Let me go to the book of parables. People hate that. They hate it. No, it's not parable. Yeah, it is. Yes, it is. Stop it. All right. Proverbs 3 through 6. All right. Once you read this, I need you to mute your mic, Jody. Agreed or no?
Yes, sir.
All right. Send it.
Okay. Never let loyalty and kindness leave you.
Wait. Time out. Hold on. Is this in Chinese? What are you reading? What translation is this?
NLT.
No, absolutely not. Where's your King James version at?
I don't have a King James. No one's mailed me a King James Bible.
Okay. So don't you have a device? You don't, other than your phone, is that the only electrical device you have, like a iPad or something?
Yes. No, I don't have anything like that.
All right, fine. NLT. Start over. Go ahead. 3 through 6.
Okay. Never let loyalty and kindness leave you. Tie them around your neck as a reminder. Write them deep within your heart. Then you will find favor with both God and people, and you will earn a good. I can't even say that word.
NLT. Come on.
Hold on. Response. Trust in the Lord with all your heart. Do not depend on your own understanding. Seek Him will in all you do, and He will show you which path to take. What does that mean?
That's actually quite simple because we went over that yesterday. Okay, so I'm going to read it in the King James version. Okay, well then that means you need to go to YouTube and watch it, right? That's what the YouTube's for. Huh? Hello? Hello, Jody. Hello.
Yes, brother.
Okay,
Yes,
so
brother.
go.
I hear you.
If you miss one, you don't come up here and say, guys, I want you to reiterate yesterday, everything y'all talked about, reiterate it, because I'm Queen Jody and my last name is entitled, and I'm entitled to all things. Whenever I snap my fingers, you just ask me, how high, master? How high should I jump for Jody? All right, Joe, check it out.
Hey, Flip, you say my name wrong.
I said Jody.
I don't like why.
She just proved your point. She just proved your point.
Yeah, you just put misentitled over here. Misentitled. We're just going to interrupt Trot. We're going to interrupt everybody. Listen. If I want to speak, you be quiet. Golly, Jody. Oh, my God. All right. Proverbs 3:3. This is the King James version, Jody. King James version. Okay, so it says, let not mercy and truth forsake thee. Bind them about the neck. We talked about binding and loosing yesterday. And then it says, write them upon the table of thy heart. Well, Christ has already written the law on our heart. So thou shalt find favor and good understanding in the sight of God and man. We talked about that yesterday. It says, trust in the Lord with all thy heart. Well, first off, you can't trust in the Lord in your man heart, your stony heart. It's impossible. You cannot trust him with your stony heart. So he had to give us a new heart. And with that heart, we trust him. It says, and lean not unto thy own understanding. In this whole Proverbs 1-10, you're going to see the six attributes of the Spirit, right? Understanding, might, fear of the Lord. Like, you're going to see all six of them used a lot because those are the attributes of the Spirit. So when it says lean not unto your own understanding, it's because it's emphasizing that there's God's understanding and your understanding. So we need to lean on the Spirit, which is wisdom, so we can have proper understanding. 6, in all thy ways acknowledge him. It says in all thy ways, not some of your ways. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy path. Direct thy path is not just trying to tell you what job to get, what man or woman to marry. How should I do this in this world? If I build a house, Lord, do I build it back there, or should I build it towards the east? Maybe I need to build my house towards the east because Eden's in the east. No, look, it's not talking about that. Does God care about all those little things? Absolutely, but that's not the purpose of all this, because there is one path, one way, and the Bible calls it a narrow way. And without him, you cannot see the path. And the path is very clear what the path is. It's a straight way, it's narrow, and it leads to Eden. And that's why he put 2 cherubims and a fiery sword to what? To keep the way to the tree of life. That's the path. That's the way. And without his understanding, you can't see it. You don't know where it's at. And you're still in this world looking for the Garden of Eden. You're still in this world arguing with everybody about what's what, who's what. And people say, well, how do you know? Well, how do you know? Well, the Spirit's the only way to know. But when you tell a carnal-minded person, oh, well, the Spirit told me. Oh, really? Because that person said they had the Spirit, and that person says they had the Spirit, and now you're arguing already like a fool. Your job is not to convince people why you believe how. It's not your job. Your job's not to convince. I don't know why you let people make you feel like you have to convince them. Like Jody, misentitled over here. You know, they're entitled to, you have to answer my question. No, you don't have to answer nobody's question. You're not my God. I don't have to answer to you. Well, the Bible says right here. And they literally take a few scriptures and twist it and make it sound like, no, it says right here that you have to be. No, bro, that's not what it says. It doesn't say that. Stop it. That's not what it says.
Now I get it. I'm sorry, Trot.
What? What do you get?
I get it.
What do you get? What do you get?
What you're talking about.
What am I talking about?
There's another verse that I want to go over with you.
Okay, well, not today. Not today. We already went over the verse for you today, Jody. We already went over the verse for you today.
Can we do another one?
Not today. No, not today. Just mute your mic. Mute your mic. All right. All right. So let's see. Trust in the Lord with all their heart and all their way. Acknowledge Him. Direct your path. Where did we leave off? Do y'all know where we left off yesterday? Proverbs 3.
We left off around verse 10 with the barns and the vats overflowing with wine.
Yeah, the barns filled. Okay, was there something that we were going to go over? Is Passion here? I feel like Passion had something, and I don't want to disregard our Catholic friend. Let's see. I don't know if he's... Did anybody see him swing in? Passion, you ain't here yet, buddy? I guess not.
I checked. It wasn't there yet.
All right. No worries. All right. Boy, it didn't take long for someone to put that President 45 face for their for their picture, boy. People are quick. I'll tell you what, boy. Man.
Hey, it's reminding you that Dre wanted to touch something on Hosea.
Oh, yeah, that's it. That's it.
Here.
That's it. Good morning. Who is that? Sung-Yul Kim. Good morning. Okay, I messed up your name severely. I apologize. Hey, I said in one of my shorts that's on YouTube and TikTok, I can't remember exactly David and Goliath, and I'm like, David, you know. And I said, well, I don't speak Hebrew. Somebody comes in there and put, that's not how you pronunciate David. I said, bro, I literally said in the video, I don't speak Hebrew. So however you say it is irrelevant. I'm just saying it's not David, okay? They weren't running around back then saying David. That's not how they were saying it. They weren't saying Goliath like that, like an American accent is what I'm saying. I'm saying there's more, you know, it does sound a little different. How different? I don't know. I've never heard the actual language. I never hung out with a bunch of people who were just sitting there making fun of our pronunciation of Hebrew words. Like I literally said it, you know, I said, I don't know, David. I said, look, I don't speak Hebrew, but you know, it's not English is what I'm saying. And someone goes there, hey man, that's not how you pronounce it. Bro, I literally just said, I don't speak Hebrew. Lord have mercy. People are funny. Davud. Saba, that's how you say it? Davud? I don't know how to say it. I don't have to know how to say it. Oh, thanks, Jude. I appreciate that. Yeah, if Nina, thank you. I appreciate that, like always. Yeah, so anyone that can get on YouTube, that'd be amazing. Appreciate that. Yes, Persians say Davud. Oh, Passion, there he is. There's our Catholic friend. What's going on, Mr. Eucharist? Hey, Passion, what did you want to go over? I know Dre wanted to go over Hosea, which we're probably going to do that. And Passion, there was something you wanted to... I want to hit on yours first because I feel like we already went over it, and I think that one will be quicker than we can get to Dre's. Passion, if you don't mind, can you remind us what... 1 sec, I have to check out here. You have to check out here. Oh, Lord. You're at Walmart or what? Give me a honey bun. Don't be stingy. Just mail it, bro. Just mail it over here. I don't know what happened to this thing. Sad. Sad.
Hey, Troy.
What?
Hey, I just want to let you know that I lost my job the other day.
Well, you need to stop doing that. What'd you do?
They said that I didn't clean them right, so.
Okay. So why are you telling me? You want to cry about it? You want to cry about it, Jody?
No.
Okay,
I'm just letting you guys know.
All right, so what are you gonna do about it?
I was not on TikTok.
Hey.
I was not on TikTok when it happened.
Hey. So what are you gonna? Hey, ma'am. So what are you gonna do about it? You gonna cry about it? What are you gonna do about it?
I'm trying to look for another job, but it's hard for me to find jobs.
Oh well. So if you don't find another job, now what? Now what do you do?
My mom's kicking me out the house.
Now about that. If you can't find another job, what do you do? What do you do?
I just have to pray about it.
Okay. All right. That's a good start. And then what?
Look at one.
Stay
off my phone.
Huh?
Stay.
What?
I said look.
What?
Look for another one.
Oh, look for another one.
job.
I don't know. You know, Joe, that sounds like a good idea to me. Let me see. Hey, you're fired. Oh, darn it. Again? What'd I do? You suck. Well, how do I unsuck? You got to figure that out. How do I unsuck myself? That's what you need to figure out. What am I doing wrong? Because your bosses are going to tell you. And then what's the next step? Pray about it. Pray about it mean. Pray about it don't mean thank you for getting me out of that horrible place, because they're haters of you, Lord. They just hate you, Lord. And I just pray that vengeance is upon you, Lord. And you know what? They're not going to be able to feed their kids tonight. That's not prayer. Okay. That's not prayer. If you didn't know, now you know. That's not prayer. Okay.
No, I know how to pray.
Okay.
And another thing is,
All right.
is I have to, when I go to this new job, I will have to just put my phone up and not be on my phone.
Well, yeah, duh, Jody, duh. I don't even know why you take your phone to work.
Because I listen to music. I listen to Christian music.
No, I don't care. Your job is your duty, ma'am. You do your job. That's what you do. You don't do your phone. You do your job.
I know.
I feel like I want to fly. Hey, what state are you in?
Indiana.
I want to fly you over here.
I live in CJ.
Hey, I want to fly. Listen.
Jody is CJ's cousin, bro.
I knew it. I knew they were related. Jody, I want to fly you down here in Texas just so I can hire you and fire you in the same day. That just on purpose. Like I just want to fly you down here, hire you, and just wait until you do something and fire you right there. You know why? You know why I wish I could do that?
Hey, bro.
Answer, Jody, answer my question. Do you know why I want to do that?
I don't know.
Because it seems like you haven't realized that life's not fair, and I'm just going to be part of that to prove it, just to prove life's not fair. Like, I don't feel like you got the concept yet.
My life is not fair.
No. You said, no. You said my life's not fair. No. Nobody's life is fair, Jody. What are you talking about? My life. Are you serious right now, bro? Are you serious? So you're the one that has the horrible life. Just you. Nobody else?
It's always me.
Oh, here we go. Here, I knew it. I knew it. You're the victim. That's why I would fly you down. I would victimize you like that on purpose because.
But I know I need to. Okay, I know I need to speak life in myself. But I.
Hold on. Oh no, we can't. No. Oh no, ma'am. No. We can't do that. You're skipping some steps. You're skipping some steps, Jody. You cannot speak life in you until you get some things figured out first. You just can't start speaking life and then act like we're going to bypass all these other steps. No, ma'am, that's not how it works. First, we got to plant a seed here. Man, excuse me. I don't know what's going on. Hold on. All right. First, we got to plant some seeds here real quick. All right. So let me see. All right. Before we move on, because we're going to move on here pretty quickly. So, Joe, let me get this straight. Life only sucks for you, like it's always you.
At my for my situation that's going on, yes, it does. I feel like since I gave myself to Christ like a couple months ago, I feel like I'm always alone. I've not been staying in my Bible half the time.
So it's Jesus' fault.
Oh yeah, it's Jesus' fault.
No, it's not, Dre.
All right, whose fault is it?
Stop.
If life was fair, we would all be going to hell. That would be fair.
Yeah. Now that would be fair. Now that would be
No, but the only thing is, I don't feel like he's in me anymore.
okay.
Sometimes.
First off, wait, Jody, we're not even trying to talk. We're not even going there. We're not doing this. Listen. Why do you keep getting fired from your job?
Because I'm not doing my job right.
Okay. All right. Okay. Hold on. Notice how you being honest. I am not doing my job right. You are not doing your job right. Right?
Yes.
Okay. And you just said, you know what I think I'm going to start doing? I think I'm going to start not using my phone as much. That's what you said out of your own mouth. So you're already learning that you haven't learned how to say no to your own will. Clearly, because when you go to a job, you're their slave. Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. So if you're their slave and you're like, I do what you tell me, boss. Yes, sir. I mean, unless it's breaking the law or something, but I think you get the point. But if they're telling you to do a good job and you're supposed to do a good job to honor Christ, well, you're not honoring him because you're not doing a good job, ma'am.
But it's the only thing is it's hard for me to maintain a job. The last job I worked at was almost 2 years. So I worked for a job for 2 years.
What are you doing? Hold on. Jody, what are you doing at these jobs? You filing taxes? What are you doing?
No, I work in the a nursing home.
Uh-huh.
And the elders, I worked in the kitchen. I worked in housekeeping. I worked as an RCA helping CNAs out. And I worked in a hospital in the kitchen. So I've had a job since I was about 16
Okay, good. All right. So look, if your job is to work in the kitchen, take care of old folks, make sure you say hi to Bill. Okay, Bill, he's right there under CJ. Make sure you say hi to him next time you go over there, because Jesse said that he lives in one of those. So
yeah,
that's what she said. She told us that. But anyway, with all that being said, I think you're kind of figuring it out. I don't know why it's taking you so long, but you're not supposed to be on your phone at work. Did you not know that?
I know, but the only thing is,
but I know, but I want to get my way. I want to get my way, huh?
The music is the one that helps me.
Okay, hold on a second. Jody, let me ask you something. If you went to your boss and said, hey, can I listen to my music on my phone? What would they tell you?
They would tell me no.
Okay, so let me just real quick. They're telling you no. And what do you, in your head, what's going on? Is Satan like, Jody, you are misentitled and you get to do whatever you want? And say, I'm just going to do whatever I want. I'm going to listen to music anyway. That's what's happening?
Yes.
Okay, so you don't say that wrong? How are you honoring God? By these people paying you money for you to be on your phone, bro. How's that honoring God, bro? And you want to pray about it. And you ain't trying to fix the problem. You just want to pray about it all the time.
Hey, Scott, may I say something real quick?
Yep.
Okay. Hey, Jody, what I'm thinking is if you have to have your phone to have music during the day at your job, in the interview, maybe tell them that you have anxieties or whatever the reason that you need your music during the day. And in that way, you won't be fired for that because they'll know ahead of time. You know what I mean?
Better yet, go to the interview while listening to the phone and listen to music so that they don't hire you to begin with.
That way they know if they're going to right up front. Yeah.
Right. No, I'm not going to do that.
Surprise. Why wouldn't you do that, Jody? I don't understand why you wouldn't do it.
I wouldn't listen to music when I go to the interview.
Why not? Why not? Why not? No, why not?
Because that's not respectful.
Oh, so it's respect. Hold on. So it's respectful to do it while they're paying you.
Yes.
Really? It's respectful to do it while they're paying you.
Hey man, I didn't.
Are you serious, Jody?
My coffee out, bro.
Jody, let me tell you something. The reason that you wouldn't go to the interview listening to music is because you know they don't like it. That's why. That's why you don't do it. But after they hire you, you can do whatever you want, right?
Yes.
No, Jody, completely wrong. No, they're telling you they don't want you to listen to music while you work. They want you to focus on your job.
Hey, Jody,
Hold on, Dre, hold on a second. Hold on a second. Jody, you just said so what?
Proper email to send all this to.
It's going to be.
I'll let Dre.
Let me write it down for you.
I'll let Dre do his part.
No. You said so what? So what? What are you gonna say?
So okay. So when I go to the interview next time, do I tell them I have anxiety, ADHD, personal borderline control?
Okay,
and all that? Because
you could hold on a second. You could, and they cannot hire you.
But I'm under a disability.
I don't. What's your point? What's your point, bro? What's your point about this disability thing? Can you work or not?
I can work, but I have to work certain hours.
Okay, so
I can't work more than.
Okay, Jody. Hey, listen. We're about to get off this topic, to be honest with you, but I'm sitting here telling you, you're not going to like nothing I'm going to tell you. I don't know why you're even asking me, bro, because you're not going to like anything that I'm going to tell you, because I'm sitting there telling you nobody wants to pay someone who's not going to do their job, bro. This is like so easy. You have to do the job, period, or they're not going to pay you. And then if they give you a job and they're paying you to do that job and they find out you're not doing it and you're playing with your music, you're going to be fired again, bro. Is that what you want?
No, I don't want that.
Okay, so if you don't want that, why are you still fighting to listen to your music, knowing it's going to get you fired again?
I don't know. I feel like it's all the time for me.
You feel like what?
I feel it's all the time.
It's all the what?
All the time.
All the time, bro. Listen, Jody, your phone is the problem, bro. When are you going to get it? The phone is your problem.
Yes, it is. I have it attached to me every single day.
Okay, so guess what?
That's what my parents think is I have it attached to me when I'm not got it attached to me.
Jody, listen. We're all in agreement. Hey, listen, we're all in agreement. Your phone is your drug, okay? And you need to be undrugged up. Quit going to your work drugged up, bro.
Just move to an Islamic state and you'll see how quickly you get rid of your phone.
Yeah. Hey, matter of fact, that's a good idea. You come back a whole lot better.
Okay, Alex, what do you mean by that, brother? I'm confused.
What did Alex say? What are you talking about?
So I said it's an intervention. Basically what's going on right now, I said that phone needs hiding. Hide that phone away. And then go to work.
Yeah, everybody's saying the same thing, Jody. Put your phone up. You don't want to listen. You're like, no, I'm going to listen. You're going to keep getting fired. I mean, I tell you what, I'm being dead serious.
CJ, do me a favor, CJ. You live in Indiana. Go to her house, grab the phone, and throw it as far as you can out the window.
That's it. That's it.
Hey, that's what. Hey, yeah. Why do you guys think that CJ are brother cousins? But we're not. We don't actually live near each other. He lives probably like an hour away from me.
Well, CJ, in your next family cookout, grab it from her and hide it.
What part does he live in? I live in Hampton County. So
okay. All right. Whoa. Yeah. All right. Check it out. Yeah. All right. Yeah, Jody.
The Holy Spirit is telling me to tell you to throw your phone away.
Yeah, that's right. That's what the Holy Spirit is telling everybody. The Holy Spirit is telling everybody, Jody, throw your phone away. Okay. It's not hard. All right. So this is what we're going to do. Jody, if you lose a job again, bro, and you come up here crying about losing your job, and it's because of your phone, I'm telling you right now, the conversation is going to change within 3 seconds. We're not going to keep doing this. You come up here, hey, guys, I just want to let you know that I appreciate y'all telling me like the no-brainer thing, quit using my phone at work, but I didn't listen, and I got fired for the 27th time. So I want to thank y'all. This is our 8th anniversary of me losing my job over my phone. Bro, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen, bro, because you already know what to do. You don't want to do it. And now you just want to come up here and cry about it. You lost your job again because of a self-induced issue. All right. So this is what we're going to do.
And another thing is that I've been sick and I've been tired of being sick as well. I've been
well, I'll tell you what's going to happen. You're going to get sick and tired of being sick and tired, and you're going to throw your phone away. I promise. How much you want to bet?
No, the sickness that I have right now, Trot, is like I got ammonia and then I got
No, I know.
It's from the radiation of the phone. The phone radiation causes
Yeah, that's right.
That
it's your phone radiation. That's what it is. That's the issue right now. Phone radiation.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is. All right, Jody, mute your mic. Jody, mute your mic. Jody, mute your mic. Mute your mic. Mute your mic. All right. All right. Let's see. Passion, you here, bro? Passion here. Guys, we need a lot more people. We need like 10 people on YouTube. Please. If you can go to at Descaled Live on YouTube and watch the live from there, that'd be amazing. Let's see. Somebody put nope. Oh, man. Passion's not even here. The passion of the Christ. All right, Dre, what'd you say? You want to go over Hosea? We'll get back to Proverbs 3. Bro, first of all, Proverbs chapter 1 through 9 or 10 or whatever, talking about wisdom, that ain't going nowhere. Let's see. Let's get to Hosea.
Wait, I'm on my way home. I'll be home in like 15, 20 minutes.
Okay, what is that telling me? What do you mean? What's that supposed to mean?
Handle passion's here.
Now, bro.
Jesse, nobody told you to chime in. Jesse, nobody told you to chime in, bro.
I'm being naughty. I'm stealing corporate money while I'm working and on the phone. No, I'm on my
You're
break.
fired. You're fired. Nope. Hey, y'all hear that? No, you're out of there, bro. That's it. That's the end of you.
No.
Yo, next week she's gonna be trot. And you're gonna say, Jesse, why? She's gonna go, could I borrow $20
she was like,
tomorrow?
Yeah.
We need 50. We need 50.
She gonna
The cost of living has gone up. I need 50.
Hey, Trot, can I borrow $20 until tomorrow?
No, Jody, you can't. Matter of fact, mute your mic. God, man. Passion.
Bro, I run this place. What are you talking about?
All right, Passion. What's the question, bro? Let's go over Coles for Jesse for Christmas. Gah. One of the flocks said that, by the way. One of the flocks going on. How you doing? How's everything doing? Wait a minute. I don't see your question, Passion. You ain't put it in here. What in the world's going on with my phone, man? Stop moving.
Yo.
Passion, what's going on? My Catholic brother from another mother.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, what's going on, man?
You got to go to the confession booth, man.
I know. I'm here, bro. I'm here. I have my rosary between my fingers.
What I wanted to bring up was Genesis 3:16 and 4:7.
Hold on, let's do one at a time. Hold on a second. One at a time.
Oh, I can't.
Genesis 3:16. All right, let's see. Genesis 3:16. All right. What about Genesis 3:16? What about it?
Can you read it? I can't read it right now.
Yeah, Genesis 3:16 says, "Unto the woman he said," this is God speaking to Eve, "I will greatly multiply thy sorrow and thy conception. In sorrow thou shalt bring forth children, and thy desire shall be to thy husband, and he shall rule over thee." All right, what about it?
Okay, so we see the relationship between the husband and the wife, right? The woman.
No,
I
don't see a relationship between nothing. I just see God telling Eve something right now.
You don't see the relationship between
No, this right here ain't got nothing to do with relationship. This has to do with God telling Eve something. So the question is, what is God telling Eve? Because Adam has nothing to do with this.
Okay, what did God tell Eve about the husband?
Okay, God told Eve, he said, thy desire shall be to thy husband, and he shall rule over thee. That is what God told Eve directly.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
And that's all I wanted to elaborate. And then in Genesis 4:7,
All right,
We
hold
also
on, but
see
why,
a
hold on
different-
a second. Hold on a second. Why'd you go? Why are we going over this? What's the deal? What's going on here? Why are we talking about Genesis 3:16?
Well, if I tell you because of the relationship between the husband and the wife, you're gonna say that's not in there.
Well, no,
So
no,
I'm trying to-
no. I'm just keeping it in context. This is
Right.
God telling
So am
Eve
I.
something. Yeah.
Right. So God told Eve about how the husband would have ruled over her, right?
Well, he said, your desire shall be to thy husband, and he
Right,
shall
right.
rule over thee. Yes. That's what
So
God's.
I'm trying to emphasize the desire. I'm trying to emphasize the desire.
Okay.
That's what I'm trying to do with that verse.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
And then if you could read Genesis 4:7, if you don't mind.
Okay, so you putting these together or what? Let's
I just
see.
want to see the differences when sin enters.
Okay, all right, 4:7. Okay, so it says,
Yes.
so this is God talking to Cain. He says, if thou doest well, shalt thou not be accepted? And if thou doest not well, sin lieth at the door. And unto thee shall be his desire, and thou shalt rule over him. Yeah. All right, what about it?
Right. So at the time when I brought this up to you, you were talking about, and you still are in Proverbs. You're talking about the woman.
Yeah.
And I just thought this would kind of bring light to the relationship that the woman and the husband has. That's all I was trying to bring up.
Yeah. Yeah, no, you're good. Yeah. But since you brought these two up, we're going to go over the desires of these. Okay. So.
Yes, can we do that? Because they're totally two different desires.
Yeah, no, they are. They're completely different.
Exactly. That's what I'm trying to bring up.
Yeah. No, that's fine. That's fair. But I have to ask questions so I can make sure I understand what the point is. All right. So now I understand pretty much the point of this. So again, there are two pleasant things in the Bible. There are two types of desires in the Bible, and they go back to the belly. So there's two bellies in the Bible. All right. A belly of a man, which means a man not of God or a man not listening to God. He's in his own belly, meaning his own will, his own desire. And then you have a man where Jesus said, believers in me, out of their belly shall flow rivers of living water. So they both see a different desire. They both desire something different. A man desires the flesh, meaning his own will. That's what it means. It means he wants to do his own thing. But Jesus said, believers of me, out of their belly shall flow rivers of living water. Rivers of living water is referring to the rivers in Eden. That's the living water. So the reason that a believer in Christ, the reason out of their belly flows those rivers of living water is because they're doing what Jesus did when he was here. And the number one thing that Jesus did when he was here is he told people, I have a water that if you drink of, you'll never thirst again. He talked about this water a lot, and he gave this water a lot. He did, because he is the living well. It's him. He is the well between a man and a woman, right? So you have Abraham. Abraham tells Eleazar, he said, hey, Eleazar, go find Isaac a wife. Where does he find Isaac a wife? At a well. Moses finds his wife at a well. Jesus speaks to a woman at the well. It's the longest conversation in the Bible that Jesus had with anyone. And he meets this lady at the well. And it's just a coincidence that he has a conversation with her regarding all her husbands that she used to have. You pay real close attention to this. She is symbolically representing the bride. That's what she's representing. 100%. Because Jesus is this woman's husband. And he even tells her, no. You've had this many husbands, and not even the one you live with is your husband. But you've had this many husbands. That's because he's the perfect husband. He is. And she goes and she starts ministering to everybody in the area that she's from. But a desire of a person is based on what their eyes see as pleasant. So desire and pleasant, they go together. And when you look at Eve, and it says that she saw the tree good for food and pleasant to the eyes, This is her own understanding, her own desire. That's how it became pleasant. It was different. It's not the same. She already saw other trees as pleasant, but the way in God's sight. But this tree was not pleasant like the rest of the trees. If it was, it wouldn't have said all of a sudden, oh, and now she sees it as good for food and as pleasant. No. It was her own desire and her own will. Is how she started seeing, not God's will, her own belly, not the belly that Jesus talks about. And so the desire here in 16, it says, and unto the woman, he says, so God said, I will greatly multiply thy sorrow and thy conception. In sorrow thou shalt bring forth children, and thy desire shall be to thy husband. Your desire, right, shall be to thy husband, and he shall rule over you. So he's saying, if the head of the man is of God, then you will have a desire. If your eyes focused on me, your desire will be to your husband. This talking about a spiritual desire, okay? And it says, and he shall rule over you. Why? He'll rule over you. Why? Because God is the head. So if God is the head, that means the man's being led properly, which means the woman will have a desire to be led by the man, and he will rule over her, but the same way God rules over us, not like a tyrant. So people take this right here and they destroy this. Not what it's talking about. This is where Paul gets a lot of the stuff. He's talking about the head. Properly lead a woman, bro, if he's not being led by God. I'm sorry. He just can't. I don't care what anyone says. They may have their own desire, right? For instance, you have two people, two atheists, male and female. They don't believe in God. They could care less about anything with God. But there's an old country song that says, says, I got the money, you got the honey. Let's make a deal, right? So he's saying, well, I got money, and I believe you're a very attractive woman. So we can make this work. But if you focus, the desires of the two are based on flesh. So the unity, now remember, we talk about laws all the time, and they are using the law of unity. Passion said, nope, never heard it. Well, you should have. It's a freaking hilarious song. But anyway, but the point is a woman without God, they can still see. Unity is a law, bro, like gravity and electricity. If you can unite, and I'll use a Jehovah's Witness right now, they got 95% of the Bible wrong. But you know the 5% of the Bible they got right? Unity. That is the revelation that Jehovah's Witness, whoever in there, they understand unity. Now, I think they take it a bit far, but I'm not talking about unity based under God. I'm not talking about that. I'm saying the concept, the understanding of unity. You can get a gang of people. I'm talking about gangs, bro, that unalive people, and they steal criminal activity every day, all day. Them do well because they understand unity. That's why. So unity, you don't have to use God to use unity. Unity is a law like gravity. I don't see atheist people floating into space because gravity stopped working for them because they're not a believer in God. That's just not. So Jehovah's Witness understand unity. Again, I don't believe it's on a godly level, but it doesn't matter. You'll see a lot of Jehovah's Witness always staying together a lot more than you see others. And it's because they understand unity. So a man and a woman can unite. The man can say, hey, I'm going to go bust my butt, make all the money, and you just stay home and you don't have to work. But, we can have fun together. And the woman can say, you know what? Yeah, you go make all the money and I'll be and you know what? They can be married forever and not even be saved. But do you know why their marriage works? Because they understand unity. They come into agreement and say, hey, well, okay, I'll do this. It's compromise and all that. Fine. And then come in here, and instead of they just try to use religiosity to force the marriage to stay together. No, God, no, marriage bad, nope. Not marriage bad, but divorce bad. They're like, divorce bad, and we stay married, and we treat each other like crap, and married, because the Bible says married. And a lot of Catholics do that. The denomination of the Catholics is big on that. The guy knows, oh, she can't divorce me. Why? Well, because she's part of the church. See, and the church holds you accountable. You get divorced, you got paperwork. Oh, been divorced. Been divorced. And now the paper trail, you got a paper trail now. So if you want to get married again, they're like, hold on. Bring her file out. Well, you've been married already. you almost got us, boy. You're about to marry this blessed man here who's never been married. He's such a white, color white in the present. You're a dingy yellow woman. Dingy yellow. We need to find you a dingy yellow man. What man here has been divorced? You come here, you defiling thing. Thou too shall be. That way you're not defiled in the presence of God because you've already been divorced. That's what they do. They do that. 100% do that. And then it's so bad that when there is a divorce, right? The one that is Catholic, let's say the other one's not Catholic, but the one that is Catholic is going to be like, hey, they're going to tell the non-Catholic one, I need you to file this paperwork. And they're going to say, oh, well, what's that? Basically, you admitting that you're a fool. I never should have married you so I can stay looking pure to the church. That way I can find another pure rich man in the Catholic denomination. Because if not, I'm going to have to wear a dingy yellow dress instead of a white one. And I'm going to have to marry one of those losers in the back. But I want to marry one of the winners in the front right here. And you need to fill this out. If you didn't know that, now you know. If the woman can get that goofball to fill this paperwork out and make her look like a saint so she can keep her purity in the present church denomination of the Catholic Church, then that's what they'll do. But again, it's all based on unity. So here, Genesis 3:16, it says, and thy desire shall be to thy husband. It doesn't say that your desire will be your own will. No. Because your own will led you to the fall. Not your own will. So there's a lot of running around. They're doing their own thing. They're not lined up with God. Lined up with God was to be married, and that man to be lined up with God, and you be lined up with your man. And where's it at? Oh, and he shall rule over you. God, man. And that's the rule. That's the order of fashion. And a woman who hates that, what's up, Benny? Send it.
Just in context, like where it talks about the seed, and then it talks about the birth and sorrow and conception, and then the desire to be to her husband, he'll rule over her. So I see that's, to me, is all Christ right there, because he is the husband, right? He is the seed, and he is going to come through the woman, through sorrow and conception. So I think it goes with the prophecy of he's going to bruise or crush the serpent's head, or the serpent's head, and you're going to bruise his heel. I think it's all going to that same prophecy speaking about Christ being the husband.
Oh, it is. It is, because watch this.
And he's going to rule.
No, yeah. Oh, no, it is, because watch this. So this is God talking to Eve, right? So the black letters on a white page always matter, but the foundation, not the superficial part, is the superficial part that we just read. That's not the foundation. Christ is the foundation to everything that's in the Bible. So now we look at it as a foundational truth through Christ, and this is what we see. And it says, unto the woman he said, who's the woman? The lady at the well. Who's the lady at the well? It's symbolically representing the bride. That's what it's representing. So now he's talking to the bride too, not just Eve, okay? And he says, unto the woman he said, I will greatly multiply thy sorrow and thy conception. In sorrow thou shalt bring forth children. In sorrow that shall bring forth children. In sorrow, that means physical kids. There's going to be this labor pain. There's going to be sorrow in bringing forth children. But spiritually, when it's saying in sorrow that shall bring forth children, have you ever, listen, if you have not had a spiritual child yet, there's still a type of sorrow that comes along with that because it's not easy. It's really not. So there's still a physical birthing pain to a person that you're bringing alive and you're bringing them into the kingdom. There's a sorrow that comes along with that because in the process of this person abhorring themselves, you know, and she probably don't want me to talk about this, but I'm going to. But I had a conversation with my heifer last night, and you know, she is at the point of abhorring herself about some things in life. And if you've ever been around someone that has literally are realizing, now they may not know it's abhorring, like the Bible calls it, but they can't figure out what this is. What is this that's bothering me about this or that? And you just listen for 5 minutes and you're like, oh, you're abhorring yourself. You don't realize what that is. And, you know, and like I said, you can read the Bible a lot and still not realize why you think the way you think you can. It can happen to anybody. But there's just been some things in the past that, you know, she hasn't like 100% like forgiven herself. And we're all working towards this. But every day you're going to see how nasty of a thing you were. It's just a matter of time. And that's why it's so important for us to come together so we can be like, bro, like what kind of a thing happened in the garden, bro? Like why? You know, and so Paul, you know, and people say, see, Paul struggled with sin. Paul didn't struggle with sin. Paul is just talking about who he was before Christ. That's why he says, oh, wretched man that I am. You know, he's like, oh, for the evil that I would not, that I do. Oh, for the good that I would, that I do not. Oh, wretched man that I am. But he's not talking about now. When he's putting this down, he ain't saying right now, because he said, who's going to save me from this? Who? I thank Jesus Christ. Bro, that is who he was before Jesus Christ. Now Jesus Christ is in his life. This is not him struggling with sin, but yet I think, no, that's the answer. The problem of who he was before Christ. And he says, who's going to save me from what? From how I used to be? Who saved him? Jesus Christ did. He already is saved already. Paul is not telling you guys, after all these years, today's the day that I'm going to get saved. No. He was already saved. But what saved him? Jesus Christ is the answer. But throughout the Bible, we see this attitude of so many times. I don't feel like going over, but if I have to, someone just speak up and we'll go over a few. But I shouldn't have to at this point. But you'll see the Bible says you will abhor yourself. And that word abhor means hate. And so some people get confused, like, why do I'm so vile? You know, and it doesn't have to be right now. It could be something you did 2 years ago, because a few years ago, there is something that she brought up to me. And it was, probably 4 or 5 years ago. But she never truly grieved about it, never forgave herself about it. And she's at that point where how could I have done this? She had a very close family member pass away 5 or 6 years ago. You know, she says, and I'm going to use another friend too. She says she felt like she was mean to that person. And I'm like, you can't do that to yourself. So let me show you what I mean. I got a very good friend, and I can bring her up 100%. She's not going to care. But her husband, very good friend of mine. Now he's a lot older, but awesome dude, Mac. I just can't, to this day, I can't believe he passed away. Awesome dude, man. Her name is Becky, and Becky, she has a female friend that they've been friends for, and that lady knew her husband. They all would hang out. Well, here we are, 3 or 6 months after the passing of Becky's husband, and this lady, a friend of hers, hey, do you feel bad yet? Bro, people are so mean. And she's like, what do you mean? Well, you know how bad her husband, you're going to get mixed emotions, bro. So she tells me one day, I need to talk to you about something. I'm like, yeah, what's up? So she tells me about this so-called friend, that went up to her and says, hey, do you feel bad yet on how, and she's like, what do you mean? How you treated your husband? And that lady told her, I saw you. I saw how you did this and you did that. And that's not fair. That's not fair. When you live with someone, you know every little button. You know, man, some of you women, y'all can just grab some of your hair and do like 2 little twists. And the guy's like, whoa. And he knows what that means. And the guy could do his thing. And the woman's like, how dare you do that in this house? I mean, bro, it's something that we all go through. We all learn this. And this lady told her, I saw you. You treated him like this. She's trying to bring up all the times that she saw her like giving her husband a hard time. And I said, listen, you need to tell your friend, hey, we need a break. This because she's not lying to you. She's not lying to you. And that's the thing. When the people bring this stuff up, they're not lying. They're telling you what they see. Okay. But the other side of that is, bro, married couples, they do things and they say things, not all the time. You shouldn't be all the time, but they do things and they say things, man. And if you have a person there witnessing this and that person passes away, they're like, oh, you were mistreating your wife or husband, bro. And that can beat some people down. And so here comes this. I need to forgive myself, because we don't think about those things. Nobody really believes that their significant other, no one really thinks that their significant other is going to pass away. I had a female, really it's a family member's friend. They're a little older than me. But this was a few years ago as well. And I'm telling you, the story is they wake up, bro, we're talking 7 o'clock in the morning, 6 o'clock in the morning. They're both up. They're both getting ready to start their day. And she hears like a weird noise. She just didn't think nothing about it. And, took her 15, 20 minutes, to get back to the room or whatever. I mean, she's not rushing over there. She's not thinking nothing about it. And her husband had a massive heart attack. That's the noise she heard. But it wasn't nothing like that would make you think that something is wrong. It's not like guns firing. It was nothing like that. And it didn't matter. The EMT, it didn't matter. He didn't make it. Bro, it happened right in front of her. There's nothing you can do. You're going to sit here and tell me she was perfect the day before or the day. You're going to sit here and tell me she was perfect. I guarantee you, if I wanted to, I could say, now you tell me something mean you did the most previous one. It might be 2 days. Oh, well, it was 2 days ago and I shouldn't have said it, but I said that. What is she supposed to do? Go beat herself up over what she said? So, again, we're talking about abhorring yourself, right? Abhorring yourself. This is if you don't understand what the topic is, if you just hopped in here, we're talking about abhorring yourself. What started this conversation is Passion brought up Genesis 3:16, and it's talking about the husband ruling over the woman, and it's going to marriage, right? This is where this is going, but it's important, right? Because I'm talking about my significant other, my heifer. Something she brought up to me that was she's abhorring herself right now. And she didn't understand what it was. And she just was asking me, what do you think? And I said, well, tell me exactly what the problem. She's telling me. And I said, that's what it is. That's what it is. It has finally come to you of some things that you have done and you still haven't forgave yourself. And you're trying to find out why would I say or do that to this person here? Yeah. Guys, hey, I know I keep saying this, but that because those numbers keep dropping. Matter of fact, Jody, I need you to go to. Jody, listen to me out of everybody, Jody, I need you to go to @DScaled Live, and I need you to listen to the live on YouTube, Jody. That's what I'm asking you to do. I'm waiting for the doctor to come in. Well, guess what? Wait on the YouTube channel, Jody. That's what I need you to do.
Matter of fact, you should be on YouTube while you're at work. Might as well get the hours up.
Yep.
Be productive.
Yep. Be on YouTube at work if you're going to use your phone at work. Big fella.
Somebody tell my wife to stop abusing me while I'm alive still. That way she don't have to abhor herself later.
I'm telling you. At the hospital. Let's see. Daughter King, you called your wife a heifer. That is my heifer, and she knows it. Just don't tell her I said it. Let me see. Daughter of King, really? You come to Descaled like once every 3-4 weeks. And you telling me you ain't never heard me say that? Y'all think I'm playing? When I get my descaled shirt, it's going to say my descaled heifer. What's going to say on there? Y'all think I'm playing? Y'all think I'm playing? Never? What? You've never heard me say that. Let me ask Jude. Jude's right under you right there in the comment. Hey, Jude, you ever heard me say that? Let me ask Noel. That shirt's going to burn. You ain't lying. Hey, I might be able to watch that sucker one live. I might get away with it. She said that shirt's going to burn. You are not lying, bro. I'm surprised she ain't come in here, knock me over the head with a pan or something already. Well, anyway, so, all right. So right now we're talking about aborting yourself. I know it seems irrelevant. I promise it's not irrelevant. I promise it's not. Okay. But when your significant other, heifer, comes up to you and is trying to ask you, the head, what do you think is wrong? Bro, if Christ is not your head, I'm sitting there telling you, you may not be given the best advice. I'm just being honest. But you need to ask her, tell me what. And for the longest, she didn't tell me. She didn't want to tell me. She did not want to tell me. I'm like, I could tell something's wrong. What's going on? And she's like, no, I gotta fix this on my own. And I'm telling you, Satan is amazing, bro, at making you think that you have to solve this problem. He don't want no help in there. He wants to just be you and him. But she said, I want to tell you, but I don't want you to think, I could tell she's telling me, I don't want you to think funny of me. I said, I'm not. What? So she tells me, I'm like, that's what it is? And she said, yes. And trust me, when your wife's being serious. Yeah, that's between you and and when she's crying for nothing, right? You know that too. You should know. If you ain't learned your wife's fake crying, you better start learning right now. Let me tell you something, guys, real quick. Let me tell you an easy way to figure out how your wife is lying or not. Let me tell you, if you are not taking notes, I don't know how to make that any more clear, bro. Listen, you get into your notes in your phone and you put up there, how do I know when my wife is lying? You don't have to put on there, how do I know my wife's telling the truth? No. You need to study when she's lying, and she'll start doing something. And if you ain't a master at patterns, fly down, and for $100 an hour, I will teach you how to pick up patterns. And I'm not even kidding. And this ain't got nothing to do with the Bible. This is half Bible, half world, half and half. Well, I'm kidding about the charging $100 an hour. That's just what I charge grip mastery stuff. But no, real talk though. So I'm really going to give it to you for free right here. I'm just being silly. So look, I'm being dead serious. Look, pick up the patterns. Say, you know what? I think she does this when she's lying, and put it in your notes. That's all you got to do. Put it in your notes. And when you start seeing her doing that again, all you have to start doing is saying, okay, what else does she do when she does that? All you're doing is try to pick up these patterns. So the whole talking with the hands, looking to the right or looking to the left. Look, those are little telltale signs, maybe a little red flag, but it doesn't mean you accept EBT. No, I'm giving it to you for free right here, bro. You get it for free on Descaled right now. Listen, make notes in your phone. Say, you know what? Oh, what does she do? I'm going to put that in there. And when you're sitting on the toilet, all right? When you're sitting on the toilet, having your man cave moment, go to your notes and study them. I don't care if you only got 2 in there. Eventually, you're going to have 5 or 10. And the more you study them, bro, the more you can pick up and say, oh, wait a minute, she's lying. Then you're going to figure out her lie cry. You'll figure it all out. Now, let me say this. If she ever gets in your phone and finds your notes and you don't have it crypted, listen, I'm not telling you to put on there how to know. No. No, you need to have an acronym, my friend. Acronyms are your friends. How to know my wife is, I'm not going to give you my acronym, but I'll show you. Where's the pen at? All you have to put is, right, how to know my, but instead of using the word wife and the word lying, you just change those 2 words. How to know my wife is, how to know my Instead of wife, you put another word right there. Okay. Right. So you're going to do something like how to know my blank is blank. So my W is L. How to know my winners or my winners is losers. I'm just saying you word it however you want to, but it's WL, bro. You know, will not put white and I would not put liars. I'm just helping you out. She finds this, you're done. If she trying to pick up patterns on here, Bubba, you're done. You know what? And you're going to be like a little puppy dog for the next 10 years. So I'm telling you, and again, I'm saying all this because we're talking about a boring, and I'm just going into all kinds of little details. But the truth is, the point is, she's telling me the truth. My woman over here, she's telling me the truth. This is what I'm going through right now. I'm listening to it, and I said, you know, we talk about this on D-Scale almost every day. And she said, I know. I listen all the time. I listen. I said, that's funny. I don't see you in there. She goes, well, because, and I understand why. So she can't like be in the room. And I know why. I'm not going to say what it is. So she'll shadow watch. Okay. Which she tells me she laughs because I talk about shadow watchers and she's like, your own wife is shadow watching. I'm dying laughing at her. But I know why she's doing it because she's at work and I don't want to explain some details. But anyway, with all that being said, she didn't trust anybody else to ask about. I hope she's watching right now. No, I hope she's not a daughter of the king. I hope she's not watching. Matter of fact, she's supposed to be not-notting, and I hope she's still not-notting right now, actually. But, you know, she told me, and I believe her, she doesn't trust anybody. You know why? Because there is something instilled in every woman when they're married. It's like they automatically know, I can trust this man right here. Now, if you're married to a fool, I apologize, and God's not talking about that man, because the truth is God is our husband. That's who we go to. But here in this world, either way, before I start digressing. So she came to me and she said, I trust you. Please, don't, and let me say something. If you're married and you've been married and your woman knows that you're a godly man and she has to say to you, please don't tell anyone about this. This is how you know this is really troubling her. Okay. This is not, oh, well, this is how you know she's not sure if she could trust you. No. Nice try. No, she's trying to tell you how serious this is, bro. And let me tell you something. You disobey this kind of trust. You misjudge this as her not being serious, and you go tell one person, I'm sitting there telling you she's going to find out. This is serious. This is abhorring. A woman or man, but here in this case, it's a woman, has come to a point where she is starting to hate how she used to be. And this is a glorious thing. I don't care what anyone says. When a person can start being honest and start coming to terms and they start hating how they used to be, it's an area for growth. Okay. And so remember I brought up my friend Becky, that her friend told her, hey, you feel bad yet for how you mistreated your husband? I said, you need to tell her y'all need a break. Y'all need a break. And of course she told her, hey, we need a break, because my buddy Bill, who passed, who we're talking about, he would have wanted me to tell her this. I know him. I know him. And for him, I said, listen, I would say this in front of Bill. First of all, I'd say everything in front, but I'm trying to show her how serious I am. You need to tell her you need a break. So she told her, and her friend's like, why? And I said, don't you tell her nothing. You just tell her, I'm going through a lot. I need a break. She's not like Jody, missing title here, needs to get every question answered the way she wants. She gets to ask everything. But that's what happened. Okay. And I'm saying that this happens a lot. If you're around a lot of people, you're going to see this a few times a year, where someone passes and they start questioning that I treat them right, that I do this. I'm telling you, that whole regret thing's going to kick in. Well, this is what my wife's going through, right? Now, the details of that's irrelevant. It's nobody's business, right? So when someone says, well, you're kind of, no, I'm not telling nobody nothing. I'm saying she is noticing there's some things in the past. She's starting to abhor herself, and the Bible makes it clear. I'm telling you, if you want to stay dumb, full of gum, don't start reading the Bible. I'm sitting there telling you, because the Bible will point out the real us under the first Adam. It'll point it out, bro. And some people, they get so mad at it, they don't want to believe it. Don't believe it, but it ain't going nowhere. It will follow you around. I'm telling you, this abhorring part of us will follow you around, and you're going to have to come to terms with it. Sooner or later, you're going to have to come to terms. What is this? And right now, that's what there's a few, like I said, a very close family member had passed away, and she kind of feels like, hey, was I always good? Did I always treat the person good? Bro, Satan wants you to believe that you treated everybody cruel, and it's not true. I don't care who you are. It's not true. If that person was to come back alive, they would love to grab your mind and just remove all that junk, because they will be able to see what it's doing to you. They will see it, But what the abhorring part is doing is it's saying, hey, look how you really were. And I'm telling you right now, it will devastate the best of us if you're not careful. It will devastate you. So why am I talking about all this? Well, Passion wanted to go over Genesis 3:16, where it talks about the desire shall be to thy husband, and he shall rule over you. And I'm giving you a perfect example of the type of ruling that this is talking about. This is not, Eve, you're so bad, your man is going to rule over you. That's not what this is about. It seems that way, but that's not what this is about, dude. It's about that an intuition that a woman naturally has when she's married. She wants to tell her husband because she feels that there's going to be feedback that she's going to need. And so I told her, I said, hey, look, this is what we're going to do. Okay. And so we had a discussion. We did it. Obviously, I held hands and prayed with her. There's nothing wrong holding hands and singing Kumbaya with your wife like that. Okay. But make sure you understand that that's for your wife, and she's doing what's for her husband. Hey, I need to bring this up to you, but I really don't want to, but it's okay. It's no big deal. So this is the kind of ruling. It's like, I don't want to bring this up to him. Why not? Why don't you want to bring it up to him? Because I want to handle it myself. Every one of us know that there's pride into being able to take care of yourself. There is pride, but there also comes stupidity when you believe that nobody else can help you. That's just straight. That's dumb. That's not true. If you're married and you go to this person that you're married to, and I'm talking about from a woman to a man, and that man he knows that Jesus is his head, I'm telling you right now, it'll be the best decision you ever made, is to show that you understand that I'm going to allow the man to be head over me only because I is his head. So you're not trusting the man? Are you serious, bro? Now listen, if you're a man, if Jesus really is not his head, I'm not talking about lip service. Oh yeah, Jesus got, I'm not talking about that dude. But let's say it is that dude, and he says the word Jesus 1 million times a day, and you go trust him, you might not get a whole lot of Jesus out of him. All right. Now, if the man just says, hey, look what the Bible says right here. The Bible says the man head and all this, but he's not going to Jesus every day. Jesus is truly not his head. What kind of advice you think you're going to get? Let me tell you something. If your man is using the Bible to say, you need to come to me, you need to do all these things, he's right about the order of fashion, but he ain't got the right information. Is Jesus truly his head or not? Is he just saying he's his head, or is he always ministering to people? Always Jesus. What is the person always doing? If you don't hear this man of yours always talking about God, and he's over there making fun of the guys that always talk about God, bro, what kind of advice are you going to give your woman who's trying to trust the Bible? She's trying to, and she wants you to be her head, but you're a fool. I don't care what the Bible says. with the words. Just because it says the man is over the woman, bro, the man can only be over the woman if Jesus is head over the man, meaning that your instruction that you're getting as a man comes from God, and that's how you handle your business in real life. Not culturally, well, the man is head over woman, and you're literally the Satan himself, bro. And you're trying to use religiosity to keep the woman. You want to be her head, but you're really talking about tyrannical government stuff is what you're talking about. That's not what the Bible's talking about. The Bible is not telling a man that he's the man. That's not what the Bible is telling the man. And then the culture is the worst at this. The way people play with this in their culture, and it's in many cultures. It ain't just one. But the man, I'm the man. They may not even say them words, but they'll say, hey, or better yet, how you know if a man thinks like this? They'll always call a younger person young man. Hey, young man. Hey, young man, right there. That phrase, young man. Oh, no. No, that's a scary culturalism stuff right there. Young man. Hey, young man. I guarantee you. Hey, young man, woman, do as I say. Hey, young man. They always want you to respect their age. I've met some old fools in my life. Some old raisins, prunes, just foolish people. And they'll tell me, you're supposed to respect your elders. I said, no, elders in wisdom, guy. The Bible is telling you to respect elders in wisdom, God's wisdom, not because of your physical age. You still got the mark of Cain. I mean, the mark of Abel. I mean, golly, I keep saying Cain and Abel. The first Adam. You're under the first Adam. You're not under the last Adam. I listen to everything that comes out of your mouth. You sound like a complete moron. You're a fool. Let me see. Really? I get in trouble for respecting my elders. Daughter of the king, are you serious? So you don't understand what I'm saying? Why is it always you come up here and you're the only one that's confused? Why are you always confused when you come up here? Don't call me ma'am. That's my mother. What are you talking about? Yes, it sounds like you always misunderstand something that I'm saying. I'm not telling you not to be respectful to your elders. No. I'm saying if the person, oh, you're not, that's what they tell me. Oh, okay. Well, then I need you to use some better grammar. Then I apologize. Can't tag you. Maybe I do, but making it interesting. Okay. Anyway, either way, but that's what this is talking about in Genesis. And to go over the Christ side of this. So it says, unto the woman, he said, multiply thy sorrow, thy conception and sorrow, thou shalt bring forth children. All right. So here's the second part. It says, and thy desire shall be to thy husband. Listen, when you become born again, who here is going to tell the truth? Doesn't your desire, literally, the thing that you desire most in life, it becomes Christ? It becomes Christ, bro, over everything else. It's very weird. It's very weird because you weren't like this before. It wasn't all about Christ before, but then all of a sudden, you start hearing something you never heard. You start seeing something, and all of a sudden, you can't stop talking about it. Why? Because the mute, the dumb will speak, and then all of a sudden, the message that you bring, right? Pick up your bed and walk. All of a sudden, bro, you were lame. You couldn't bring the gospel. You couldn't talk about it. Why? You couldn't see it or hear it. Now, all of a sudden, you heard it. You see it. And now, all of a sudden, you can't shut up about it. And no matter who you're talking to, that's your feet, by the way. But even though my feet's not moving, the message is there. It's the message, right? It's the message. So, it's the message. So the second part of this says, and thy desire shall be to thy husband, and he shall rule over thee. Jesus rules over me. He's the ruler, him. And they're like, oh, it don't matter. If there's one imperfection, he's truly not your, no. If you don't understand renewing your mind, if you don't understand all these things that our body, that we understand why our body is the way that it is, If you're not understanding that, then yeah, you can easily get fooled to believe that somehow you're still a problem. When the truth is, the Bible is telling us it's our spirit. It's our that knows all things. It's our spirit that sins not, right? Because a man that's in the spirit sins not, for his seed remaineth in him. The seed of Christ is there, but the seed of Satan is here. So, but that's the other part of that this is talking about you and Christ, that he becomes the desire. He becomes the ruler. And it's true. It is true. And the other one that my Catholic friend brought up, Genesis 4, I keep telling him that. He wants to throw water balloons at me. He's like, I'm not Catholic. I know, we all know. We just messing around. Oh, I forgot about that. No, I'm gonna know something. All right. Genesis 4, let's see, 7, I think. Yeah, sin lieth at the door, and it says, unto thee. Now this is, let me go up a little bit more. But unto Cain and his offering he had not respect, and Cain was very wroth, and his countenance fell. And the Lord said unto Cain, why art thou wroth, and why is thy countenance fell? So he's talking to Cain, right? And it says, if thou doest well, thou shalt be accepted. If thou doest not well, sin lieth at the door. And unto thee shall be his desire. So whose desire is whose here? It's talking about sin, right? It's talking about sin. Because it says, unto thee.
To our Catholic brothers.
Yeah, no. But it says, and unto thee shall be his desire. Talking about sin. So now what we see here is sin desires Cain. Sin does. Let me ask you, why is sin desiring Cain? And over here, why is Eve desiring Adam? Why does sin have a desire of a person? Like other people, sin does. Sin desires Cain. Sin is the serpent. So the serpent is desiring Cain.
Oh, like Satan, like Peter was told by Jesus.
Yeah.
Satan has longed to sift you. Like
yeah. Yes. Because the serpent is sin, not the tree, right? So the tree of knowledge, good and evil, the tree is Lucifer. The serpent is sin that's in Lucifer. So now Lucifer becomes Satan. So he's able to accuse us because he has something in him that desires us. He desires us. So it says, and unto thee shall be his desire, and thou shalt rule over him. You're supposed to rule over it, not the other way around. You're supposed to rule over it. But the desire of sin is upon you. And in the other sense, like a woman desires her husband, like a born-again person who is the bride desires Christ, sin desires you. But you have to rule over it, just like the woman desires the man, but the man rules over it. The man rules. Why? Because the man has dominion. The man has dominion. Talking about mankind. Mankind has dominion, but there's an order of fashion. There's an order of fashion. God's legal system has to be respected. It has to. Just like electricity has to be respected. I just can't go grab a freaking 250,000 power bolt cord and then start saying to myself, I'm God's anointed and this ain't going to hurt me. That make no sense, bro. I'm going to jump off this building because no, it makes no sense. There are rules to this world. And love, believe it or not, even though it's not a physical thing, love is a rule. It's a rule. And you can get people to play with that rule with you or not. Hate is a rule too, a rule also. I mean, a law. It's not a physical one, but it is. So the two desires that we have is one is to the man. The man's, because he's still the bride, his desire is Christ. And then here in the other sense, you have sin, which is the serpent, which is Satan, still the tree. Just like we are a spirit, soul, body, right? Jesus is the tree of life. Jesus is spirit, soul, body. He is. Satan as well has a body. That's the tree part, tree. And then the sin is in him. And it's talking about his dead spirit, him. So when people are confused and they go, the tree of knowledge, good and evil is not Satan. Oh yeah, why not? Because Satan's the serpent. Yeah, bro. Yeah, where's the disagreement, bro? Spirit, soul, body. What are you talking about? So here we go again. You see two things you don't understand. The Bible says that you were beautiful until iniquity was found in you. It was found in you, not outside of you. It wasn't a sidekick. You don't got the tree of knowledge, good and evil, and then a serpent slither, around the tree. No, bro. No. The voice comes from the midst of the tree. Moses spoke to the tree, the burning bush. If you don't know that's the tree of life, please go study some more. You'll see it. But he speaks to the tree of life, and it says, and a voice came from the midst of the tree, which is the word of God. But Satan, instead of speaking the word from the midst of him, he spoke a lie. But where did it come from? The midst. Came from the midst. So there's the two desires. Passion, you good? You got something you want to say about that?
Yeah, excuse me. I just want to say that Jesus in your heart, right? Because he's at the door. Don't let sin in your heart, right? Yeah. That's all. Thank you for covering that. I appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So when it says, and sin lieth at the door is to the heart. So sin, the serpent, is not the only thing that lieth at the door. Jesus is the door. Jesus is that door. He is the way. But they're both there. Yeah.
Can I say this too? Because I know some people will say, well, if he's not the serpent, sin is the serpent. They'll people are cunning. So when it says that the Lord God, it says the serpent was the most subtle beast in the field, which the Lord God had made. But we got to remember, he's not talking about sin in that verse. He's talking about the cherubim, which means fiery serpent.
Yeah.
In Hebrew. So now you got two serpents. You got two, it's like manifold wisdom. It's manifold. So you have the serpent, which is the fiery cherubim, which God did make, Lucifer, the covering cherub. And then you got serpent, which is the sin, which Moses held up on the rod, which Jesus became for us.
Yeah, absolutely.
So just in case somebody want to bring an argument where it says right here, God created them. Yeah.
Yeah. Nah, man, it's funny, the people that want to argue and debate this, when you have someone like myself I'm so versed in all this, and they bring up a verse and they bring it up as though I skipped over it. And I'm like, bro, I didn't skip over that. Oh, well, then the problem. No. You don't understand what I'm saying. That's fine. But you don't have to argue about it either. So if you tell someone, well, I disagree with that. I said, oh, really? You talked to him for about 30 seconds. Well, then I see why you disagree with that. Like, we don't agree on 10 things now. It ain't just one thing. It's 10 things. So let's go all the way over here and let's see why you're not seeing this. And you know what? 9 times out of 10, it don't take long. They'll be on TikTok talking about it. Now, they won't come to Descaled, but they'll be talking about it. Like right now, I don't know if any of y'all's noticed. Matter of fact, let me ask. Put a 1 in the comment. Put a 1 if you have noticed that spirit, soul, and body has been a huge topic for the past 2 weeks on TikTok. Put a 1. Put a 1 if you've noticed that the topic spirit, soul, and body has been all over TikTok for the past 2 weeks. And you know when it happened? It happened when a young lady come on this live and she wanted to understand spirit, soul, and body. And when I say there's a lot of people that come to this person's live of all different beliefs, I'm sitting there telling you, she came up here because she wanted to hear it from the horse's mouth. And she said, wow. And she's invited me a few times to go speak about it. For whatever reason, I just hadn't been able to. Okay. And there's been a lot of lives that's been inviting me to come up here to their live to talk about it. And I just hadn't been able to. I will one day. I will hop up there. And now, all of a sudden, there are very specific people now that go to this woman's live and making it look like that, boy, they are just the creator of the teaching of spirit, soul, and body. And they got it at descaled, and they show up there, and that lady's listening to them, but she don't know they were here for a year. They were here for a year learning that. So what I'm saying is 90% of what Descaled talks about ends up being a topic for a long time on TikTok. And I can sit here and name, listen, either you pay attention or you don't pay attention. That's fine. But if you pay it, for those that pay attention, you can see it. Now, a lot of those people ain't going to come to Descaled, but they'll go to them other places, but they're literally talking about Descaled stuff. So I know there's people, the shadow watchers are rolling their eyes and mad. You be mad and roll your eyes all you want to. There's too much evidence that I can pull out and prove this. I've been on here long enough doing this, and I just think it's funny and very hypocritical that instead of you being part of this, you want to act like you're not part of this. It's kind of like a Christian. It's kind of like a Christian that becomes an Islamic believer. Watch this. This is what this is. A Christian, they've been a Christian 20 years. Now, I believe they were a convert. That's what I believe. They were a convert for 20 years. They become an Islamic believer, and they lie and say they learned how to love through Islam. Bro, I met these people, bro. I said, hold on a second. You're telling me that you were raised to love by your family and all these people. So the seed of love has been planted. It's been watered. And it has a harvest of love. And then you become an Islamic believer and you take what you learn and you lie to people and say you learned it from the Quran, and you've been an Islamic believer for 5 years, but yet you were a convert for 15. That's what it's like. It's just like that. They literally lie and say they didn't learn how to love from Christianity. That's exactly where you learned how to love. You learned how to love from Christianity, but you're lying to people and you're telling them that you Islam and I'm sorry, you may not like it, but that's what's happening on TikTok when it comes to Descaled. They go learn all this from Descaled. They're like, there's a couple of things you say I don't agree with, and then you just act like you never were part of it. And you just go telling everybody, oh yeah, let me tell you about all this awesome stuff. And they're like, wow, where'd you learn that? Oh, not Descaled. I didn't learn. Oh, heaven forbid. Oh, man. Talk about put your foot in your mouth. All right. Let's see. Who's got a question? I saw question marks. I apologize.
Her daughter did. She got red bars right now. But that's what you call making disciples indirectly.
Yeah.
The gospel is going to make a disciple regardless if they like you or not. Because the truth is what's is going to bring them to terms.
Yep. Every time.
The whole thing, if they're not against us, they're for us.
What do you mean? What?
That indirectly. I like how
what Benny said. Yeah, no, that's exactly what it is.
Making disciples indirectly.
Yes. So watch this. Yeah. So watch this. A person may be able to notice, wait a minute, bro, you were on Descaled. They'll notice that. Okay. And that's what the person is trying to get away from. They do not like that people know that they learned it from Descaled. They don't like it. So what do? They use the Bible against you, and they'll say, hey, wait a minute. Was it you making disciples or was it the Spirit? This is where religiosity comes in. And it's like, well, first of all, it was the Spirit. Okay, then. So if it's the Spirit, then why are you saying it's Descaled? And it's like, okay, wait. Did you learn it at Descaled or not? No, I didn't learn nothing from a man. I learned it from the Spirit. It's like, bro, no duh, you learned it from the Spirit, bro. But did your spirit use your spirit? Because apparently you got a different spirit than everybody. Did your spirit use Descaled or not? Well, that's all they're saying, bro. And by the way, I'm not the one saying this. There's people that are saying this. They called a couple of people. I said, hey, bro, didn't you go to Descaled for a year? And they're like, no, not me. Like, bro, yeah, you did, bro. So it's that hypocritical stuff that I'm making fun of. But the truth is, when you go to bragging where you learn what you learn, that is where it matters. So where did you learn? Because like Benny is saying, they may say, oh, no, I don't know nothing about descaled. But here's the thing. They didn't understand it like that before. So what helped them understand it like that? The Spirit did. That's what matters. The Spirit is going to make sure that people know the truth. The Spirit is. But you're always going to have someone that's not honest is the other part that I'm pointing out. You're still not being honest about how this all started. You just want people to believe that one day you just got a revelation and that's all that happened. The question is, does the truth matter or not? I guess that's my question. Does the truth matter? I'm going to say it does. The truth does matter. Right. So trying to use the Bible against someone telling the truth, that's counterproductive. If the person's telling the truth, then there's nothing wrong with what they're saying. If someone calls you out and says, hey, didn't you learn that at descaled? And you go, no. Bro, the person's not trying to uplift trot and descaled. That's not what they're trying to do. Quit trying to use the Bible against. They're just asking you a very simple question. Did you learn that at descaled? Okay, that's it. It's a very simple question. But to lie and say, no, I didn't learn that over. It's not true, bro. That's why it's a problem. That's why. It's not about nobody trying to uplifting. What's up?
I wonder if it's more of like the fact, I don't know. Yeah, because it's silly to deny that. But a lot, like Tammy just in the comments, they will literally say, oh, well, you listening to a man then.
Yeah, right.
And I think maybe that's what they're trying to avoid.
But
I do have a question after.
Yeah, well, let me just say this. Let me just say this. Regardless, whatever they're trying to avoid, right? If it's true, it's true. If it's not true, it's not true. And so what happens is a lot of times people become friends because they hate the same thing. But you know what's funny? Some of these people, they may hate or dislike trot or descaled, but you know what they don't hate? The truth. Because they repeat it. That's all that matters. But people are still going to ask questions. But yeah, what was your question, daughter?
It's about to do like a big rewind because we've been on. When Eve, you're making the comparison that sin has a desire for us, and Eve has a desire for her husband. Eve has a desire to rule over her husband. Like we have women, if you look at like women, especially today, feminism. I'm about to start something bad. I'm so sorry. Not our position. Oh.
Yeah, dude, your reception is horrible.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, go stand on top of your house.
It's terrible. Right? If only that would be tempting the Lord thy God, thy fault. So it's ruling over. Like Eve's desire will to rule over her husband, but she must submit. It's not necessarily Eve has a desire. That would be wonderful if every woman had a desire for their husband as far as like to be ruled by him. But it's like Eve has a desire to rule over her husband, but she will be submissive.
No, it's both. That's what I'm trying to say. It's both. It's not one or the other. It's both. So how many desires? Right. So how many desires are in the Bible?
Many.
No, there's two.
Right?
There's two. No, there's two. There's two bellies in the Bible. Listen, you're either going to...
Oh, that's sorry.
Yeah. No, you're good. You're good. Let me show you what I mean. How many women are in the Bible?
I could say many.
Right. But the truth is there's only two. There's only two women in the Bible. God only sees two. You're either the bride or the whore. You're either the bride or the whore. That's it. Okay.
Yep.
So I understand that the way I'm asking it, you're like, well, what do you mean? There's a lot of women. I know physically there's a lot of women, but spiritually there's only two. Okay. So, so physically there may be many desires, but spiritually there's only two.
Right.
How many atoms are there? Two. How many trees are in the midst of the garden? Two. Okay. So you understand what I'm showing you. All right. So there's only two bellies. You either have a belly, like Your will and emotion is either to do whatever the heck you want to do, which is those 50,000 desires you're talking about. But because of that, you're still the wrong belly. You're not the right belly. Jesus said, believers out of me, out of their belly will flow rivers of living water, out of their belly. So that means that person has the will and the desire to follow God. Excuse me. That's their will and their desire. So with that being said, there's only two desires in the Bible. So when you say, well, yeah, but there are women that they desire to rule over, right? Because that's the other belly.
Right. That's
okay. All right. So what I'm pointing I'm pointing out is a woman of God has a desire to follow her man.
Yes.
All right. Yes. So that's what I'm pointing out. That's why you hear so many people hate what I say, is because they only see the physical part, and I point out the spiritual, and it drives them nuts. Okay. But it's true. There's no denying this. There's no denying this. Right. So that too. Talking about a ungodly woman who has a desire to be ruler over the man. Well, that's not a godly woman. That's not a godly woman. In the other sense, you have a man that says, "I'm the ruler. and he's a tyrant." Well, guess what? He's not in the right belly, because the Bible says, "Husbands, love your wives as Christ loved the church and gave his life." So how does a man give his life for his wife? How does he do that? What he does is he wears the same
committing to Christ.
But I'm saying, how does that look physically? And I'm going to kind of give you an idea. How it looks physically is he's more concerned on how her mind is than how his mind is. He's more concerned about what she's wearing, not what he's wearing. He's more concerned, did you eat today? Regardless of whether I ate or not. He's more concerned on, does he look like a fool, or does he really give a crap what everyone else thinks? So he wears the dad sandals. He wears the light blue jeans that got a hole in it. He's got a t-shirt that's got 14 barbecue stains on it. He's got the same hat that he's been wearing since he was probably 12 years old, all because he just loves his wife. So he looks like a rag doll. Right. Now, we do know the other side of that. We got to be careful. We have to be careful, because the woman is still attracted to alpha male. Okay. So every once in a while, you got to go get you some new thread, probably slap a dude in front of her so she feels loved. I'm being sarcastic, but I think you get the point.
Well, that's where she takes care of him, I believe.
Well, again,
I think that's also when she's taken care of. She takes care of him.
Right.
I love it. I married one of those.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, because you're going to recognize, like, hey, bruh, why you got the same t-shirt on? Well, I don't know. I didn't think about it. What do you mean? Well, because you spent all your money.
You look great, though.
Huh?
Like, he's like, but you look great, though, baby.
Yeah, but you look good, honey. You look good. And so a woman is like, she's like, well, I feel like I'm married to the dork, and I'm just gonna go hang out with this guy. And I mean, it happens all the time. A woman can misunderstand what this dude is doing. A woman very easily can misunderstand that the reason it looks like he's broke and he don't have any money is because he just trying to take care of his woman.
Yes.
Right? So it's easy for a woman to believe, oh, well, this guy, look at this guy. He dresses so nice. He got a new truck. Well, that's because you're dressed all nice and you got the new car, but she don't see it. It happens all the time. This happens all the time. So that's why I always try to remind guys. I try to remind guys, look, bro, go learn some Brazilian jiu-jitsu. Go learn how to shoot. You need to continue to be the alpha male. You don't have to become this very passive, like, barefooted bum in the beach. You don't have to become that. Just because you're taking care of your woman, there are ways to take care of yourself at the same time, and it's just not easy. It's not easy. Right now I'm personal training.
Bro, just keep her submitted. That's what they want. Just keep her submitted.
That's right.
You keep looking good, and keep her walking around with no shoes on.
That's
dragging
right.
Her feet, and she's like, "Ooh, I'm not even worried to the feet."
Man, no, you didn't.
That's right. You keep them pregnant and barefooted walking around at Walmart. You hear me? That's what you do.
You are terrible.
And then you tell her, get in that kitchen and make me a pie while I go outside and shoot some stuff up.
Maybe a sandwich.
That's right.
But let me just tell you, when it comes to me and my heifer, I'm telling you right now, okay, that's exactly how I play my role. I play my role just like that. Listen, she was in police academy and I was like, hey, today's a good day to be pepper sprayed. She's like, what do you mean? I was like, well, I said, in about a month, you're going to be pepper sprayed. You ready? I think so. I said, well, we can prove it right now. I'll pepper spray right now in the backyard. She's like, what? You just got to keep them on their toes. You got to let your woman know that you're alpha male, period. Period, the end. And you're like, I'll go spray you right now. And if you get crazy, I'm going to body slam you on the ground. And of course, the whole time, why are you talking to me like that? Well, you think I'm really going to body slam her? I'm not going to do none of that. I'm just talking trash. So we take her outside and I make her feel like you could do this. Come on, I could do this. And you got to keep it.
She can't. No, she can't.
But she told me she could. She told me. So I said, let's go. You ready? And I'm telling you, as soon as she heard me say, are you ready? She was like, and while she was thinking about it, I went, I sprayed her eyeballs with pepper. She's like, I was like, all right, because we already been through the drill a dozen times already. A dozen times. And finally she goes through the drill. And I mean, if you ain't never been sprayed like in both your eyes, I'm sitting there telling you, if you want an adrenaline rush, do that
Right
one
out your
time.
ears?
Huh?
You will literally, tears will come out your ears.
Well, I'm telling you what, I didn't hear her say Jesus one time. I heard every satanic thing come out of her mouth. Don't tell her I said that. But she couldn't hold it in. She freaking lost. Now, she held it in to complete the task. So when she completed the task, I mean, I'm waiting for her to lose it. But I'm telling you right now, she did a very good job. And then finally she's like, hurry up, take me to the shower. Oh, we got this whole thing planned out. I told her what we're going to do. She runs in there. I mean, she's like, I won't stop. I said, first of all, just so you know, I'm dying laughing. I'm having my best laugh. Hey, I showed Dre that video. He's like, bro. Dre's like, how are you still alive? I was like, you got to let her know that you're the man, boy. And I told her, listen, you got 5 minutes to get that stuff out of your eyes because dinner's got to be on the table and I want a pie. And I'm telling her that while she's in the shower. She's like, if I could see you. I said, well, you can't see me. She's like, I can't believe you're laughing. I said, well, that's pretty funny to me. You're like the 1,000th person that I sprayed in the face. Ain't no nothing new to me. I said, that's new to you. So right now I'm your enemy. I said, but you can't see me. Anyway, I know it sounds like we're kind of digressing, but we're just showing, marriage, man, living with somebody. And, I try to make her stay, looking.
I told Troy, I said, listen, bro.
Guys, you see me, I see you. You see me, I see you.
I told Trot, I said, listen, bro, my wife is African American. If I would have did that to her, it would have been over. She would have shot me. And you guys, she would have felt, and then she would have started abhorring herself for mistreating me afterwards.
Yeah. She was like, I just don't know if it was worth me doing that. A boring state. And I don't mean boring, boring. She would have been a boring state. But now, hey, it's already been, hey, that's already been a year and a half ago. She's already a police officer already. She done sprayed people. She done pulled her gun on people. I mean, you name it now. She done seen unalive bodies in every form, shape, or fashion. So I got to deal with that side. And, I had people say, how do you deal with that? I say, Bubba, I did that. That was my whole career. Whether I was in Iraq, it's nothing. It's nothing. I mean, it is what it is, But, literally, I'm her rock. Now, she knows Jesus is the rock. But I'm going to tell you, she understands, and she's starting to understand more, that even though I'm her rock, she knows that I could not be her rock if Jesus wasn't mine. I'm telling you, if you want to ask someone that is learning this as she's going along with this type of career, she'll tell you straight up, no, he is my rock. And I'm like, well, there's only one way I could be your rock. And she's like, I know Jesus. But what she's doing is she just relies on me. It's so weird how a woman naturally, if she can trust her husband in a very weird way, I don't even know how to fully explain it. It's just it just becomes natural when you get married and you have a man who is really desiring God. I'm telling you, a woman will automatically desire you in the same way that you desire him. It's very weird. I don't, you know, but it's so true.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
So true, bro. It's so
Because
true.
it is. It is.
Yeah. And you know, go ahead. No, go ahead.
I think our internet is
Well, I have signal. I wanted to pull.
I'll say this. That's such a daughter. You. I don't want to say daughter because that sounds like a pope, like a priest. Miss. You need to.
Miss D. Hey, Miss D. Miss D. We're gonna call her Miss D.
When you called her daughter, I said, "Oh, there goes Pope Trot."
Yeah.
I was crying, but anyway.
Oh my God, bro.
What you're saying is so true, and this is the reason why pastors or preachers need to be so careful. This is one of the things my dad taught me, because my dad is my, you know, he's my pastor for years, and it's one of the things he taught me is that when you start preaching, people will fall in love. The women, especially. Very carefully surround yourself by men around you. Always, that's why I travel with another guy. It's not because of because of you need an armor bearer to carry your Bible. No, it has nothing to do with that. It has to do with watching each other's backs as brothers, because that is a very truthful thing. Women will end up thinking that they love this man, but they don't. It's the anointing, because their desire is that. You understand what I'm saying?
No, absolutely not, bro. Oh, listen, every once in a while, now again, it is every once in a while, but every once in a while, like let's say someone shoots me either a text or DM, and I always make sure if a female has my number, she needs to be in another state. So if you're from Texas, you ain't getting my phone. I'm just telling you right now, it ain't gonna happen. I don't care if you're 12-hour on the other side. I don't care. If you're in another state, I'll think about it, but that's it. Most of the time it's through DMs. And, you don't think my wife gets tempted to like look and, oh, well, is that another girl? I don't think she gets tempted. Of course she does. But bro, I'll do it right in front of her. I'll do it right in front. And she already knows. And to this day, she is baffled on how many women, even in a DM, will ask, hey, what do you think about this? It boggles her mind, because people don't realize there are so many people that they're just looking for direction. And you know what? Once you put your pride down, there is somebody that will give you some direction. But you have to put your pride down. It's not easy. And it ain't just her. There's people in my family. I mean, my cousin Susie, she comes in here a lot. And y'all always hear her say, don't listen to him. Don't listen to him. But she's like my sister, bro. So like if she's got an issue or me, whatever, me and her, we'll sit there and scratch heads and we'll figure it out. You know, it's just, there's always people that are just like, wow, why was there so many people in that live that, I mean, we've known each other since we were babies. And I'm like, what do you mean? Why is there so many people? But let me just say, she's been a Christian from a young age. She helps her parents run a church. They have their own church. It's not like she's ignorant to any of this, but she's still like, wow, man, where are these people from? Again, guys, this whole TikTok Christianity thing, it came out of nowhere. I'm just being honest. With me, it seemed like it just came out of nowhere. And it came out of nowhere so fast that Christians are like, well, what the heck is this? Like, well, what is this? And I'll never forget the first time I even saw what TikTok was. Like, oh, well, it's just funny videos. Bro, I didn't think, I'm being honest. The first time I saw that, I didn't think nothing about God. Nothing. I'm not saying I was distracted by the comedy. No, it just didn't click. Sometimes someone has to help you kind of think outside the box. I'm telling you. And while I'm sitting there playing on this stupid TikTok, I just came across a guy talking about God. I don't know who he was, because, is God real? Is Satan real? I mean, just some very weird titles. But I remember thinking, you could talk about God on this thing. Sometimes you just need to think outside the box. But, Passion is the one that brought this up. He wanted to talk about the two desires, but this goes back to the bellies, and it goes back to what the difference is. What is the difference between these two? Really, the difference is you only have two choices. You can desire God, or you can desire anything outside of that. That's what it boils down to. And so the opposite side of that is sin has a desire for dry places. That's the truth. Sin desires the dry place. That's what it's desiring. And someone is either going to have a belly of living water, or they're going to have a belly full of dust. And that means your desire. So if your desire is dust, then sin will find you. It's not hard. It's not hard. If you have a desire to hate and not forgive, sin lieth at the door. Oh, I hear you, Sandy Place. I hear you in there. If you automatically have a heart for people and a forgiveness for people, sin can't lie at your door. It can't, because you're giving grace, love, and mercy. Why? Because that's what's in you. So sin can't lie at the door. But because Cain had the sinful dad, it was very easy for sin to lie at the door. Very easy. But for us who are born again, our choice has already been made. Now, our flesh may have its own desire, your flesh, because the two bellies are there whether you like them or not. But your flesh has its own desire. And that's why the Bible says you have to die to your flesh daily. Why? Because your flesh has its own belly. But Jesus said, believers in me, and it's talking about your soul. If your soul truly believes in him, then living water will constantly come out of you. And I'm telling you, I've seen people go through a divorce because, and I'm going to use the man-woman scenario, meaning the man is a believer and the woman is confused whether she's a believer or not. She's confused. And I'm telling you, a woman who is confused whether she's saved or not, everything else will be so desirable to her except her husband. Everything else. Everything, you name it. Oh, that's more pleasing. That pleases me. Whatever, that's so desirable, but not the man. You know why? Because the man has Christ in him, the tree of life. And this woman, she's not sure if she's saved or not. Therefore, her eyes don't see that as desirable. She does not see that man as pleasant. Why? Because the tree of life is not pleasant to the carnal mind. So, she sees a very carnally minded man pleasant, a foolish man. He becomes very pleasant, everything about him. So if you do any of these things, don't get mad at me. I'm just showing you something. That carnal minded man has made himself believe through other fools that smoking or vaping or all the tattoos and all these physical things, this is what's pleasant to him. Well, tree of life man, none of those things are pleasant to him. Christ, love, joy, mercy, peace. Those things are pleasant. And this woman will see a man that does all these other things and he becomes pleasant. But what ends up happening 9 times out of 10, she gets attracted to the pleasantness of the carnal eyes with this man. And she ends up finding out that it's a dry place. That is so funny that there's a lot of ornaments on this tree, a lot of decorations on this tree, but this person is dead inside. And by that time, it's too late. It's too late. Whatever was going to happen has already happened. Relationship with a complete fool, and you have a choice to make. You can become foolish with them, and guess what? Here goes unity again, right? By the law of unity, they could get along very well. Why? I make the money. You got the honey. Let's cut a deal. Right? And they cut a deal. And now they compromise, or the woman compromises her integrity because this foolish man maybe makes money, or I don't know, maybe he's got a boat. Let's go on the boat. But yet the man's dead inside. But this man physically wasn't, I'm not saying he wasn't nice looking. Let's say he was. Let's say the godly man was nice looking. It's just that there's nothing foolish and dead about him. But this woman, still questioning, oh, well, should I be saved? Should I not? She's still there. I'm just saying, these things happen. But a woman who says to herself, that man's heart, something's, I like that. I like that man's heart right there. She don't need ornaments. She don't need a Christmas tree man. She don't need that. You know, I mean, that's what my wife got. But I'm saying, you know, not every woman needs that. But that's what my wife got. Don't tell her I said that, though. I'll tell her I got all the ornaments. I'm decorated with gold and silver, with God's wisdom and his deity. But anyway, so like I said, it kind of seemed like we might have digressed a little bit, but this is really pointing out the two bellies. And because it's talking about man and women, I just kind of took it to marriage. I mean, it is, and pepper spray. Yeah, she got all the ornaments and pepper spray. That ain't no lie. And with the job she has, boy, she'll come over here and boy, it should be something else. Let's see. God, oh man, dude, it's already 11. Oh my gosh. Wow. Man, I ain't gonna lie, this one really flew by. Let's see. Dre, I guess we'll talk about Hosea Tamari. We talk about it tomorrow.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah.
Hey,
cool.
So today, are y'all going to discuss the merch stuff today or what? Where are we at with that? I mean, you don't got to say everything here, but.
Yeah. We're definitely got to go over that today. I think everybody got their info. All
right.
So.
Cool.
Yeah.
Listen to this, Brenda. No, I got 30 minutes till I get home. Listen, it's early. Passion. Why do you keep saying that? It's not early. Look, I'm going to say it again. Passion. I think when you started coming when the schedule that I have was kind of it's really based on the temperature outside. I hate to say this, but man, civilians are such pansies. No offense, but it's hot outside. So now I got to move everything earlier.
This is hot.
Oh my Lord. I know. I'm just saying, like,
don't call me a pansy.
Oh no, I'm not talking. I'm saying the people that come to my range, woman. Now calm down. Here you go. Now listen, the desire needs to change, woman. Your desire needs to change.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
I forgot about that one right there, mate. Yeah. So anyhow,
my bad, mate.
Yeah, it's okay, matey. No problem. Just tip of the morning to you there. Yeah. No, it's just a schedule change, Passion. So because the schedule, and it does this every year. It doesn't have to, but it does. One more hour, brother. I can't. And like I said, I would stay on till about 12, even 1 sometimes, but that's because me personally, I didn't hop up here till like 9:30, 10:30. But I'm starting to be here literally around 8:30. It's going to be like this for a minute. So I'm not going to be hopping on at 9:30. That's not going to happen probably for next 3 months for sure. So I get it, but I don't want to. Yeah, I know. Everybody's like, no, man, let this go a little bit longer. I wish it could. And I wish more people would go on YouTube. Right now, we got 6 people over there and freaking 80 people on TikTok. You're telling me not 10 more of y'all couldn't go over there. I tell you what, I stay on for another. Yeah, I'm kidding. Don't do it. I'm kidding. Let's see. Nina, you've been quiet this whole time. What you got? You got something to say before we go?
Oh, God bless.
God bless. All right. Jesse, what you got? We only heard you for 5 minutes. I see dead people. That's how you know she's at work.
She's at work.
I know. I swear. Listen, I'm not kidding. Jess, you lose your job, I am going to deem you mother of Jody.
Not gonna happen.
I'm going to deem you mother. Listen to me. I'm going to deem you mother of Jody, man. I'm not even playing, bro. Not even playing. Oh, wait a minute. Whoa, what just happened?
Look at this.
Who was that? Who's buying 1, 2, 3 different people? And I know one person did more than one.
I have my own privacy here. I'm allowed to.
That's what you think. That's what you think. There's cameras in there. There's cameras and they're watching you. They're watching you.
No, there isn't. I have no cameras in here. Nothing in here.
You're out of there. They're going to get you.
Too big. It's a lot of paperwork.
I see dead people.
No. No, you guys.
All right, hold on. Jess, hold on a second. Hey, guys.
What's up, Jesse?
Hold on a second. Go ahead.
I said, what if one of them dead people pop up at Jesse and be like, can I hold $20 to the month?
Hey, you going to see Jesse's phone fly in the air. You're going to hear a bunch of screaming. Ah! I'm like, oh, my Lord. She's going to say, pray for me. I was going to say thank you to Ashley for purchasing subscribing to Descaled, Webb, James, and then Selim. What? Boy, I'm gonna mess that one all up. I'm just gonna call you. That person purchased more than one, though. I just want to say thank you to all those people. All the monies of those subscriptions, they literally go to push in Descaled content, mostly on TikTok, but I'm starting to push a little bit on YouTube, and as YouTube gets picked up a little bit more, I'll be doing that even more on there. I'm just trying to make sure I'm timing it right. Is it better to subscribe to Descaled or YouTube? Either one, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, guys. To be honest with you, again, we're still working out the kinks in YouTube, but it doesn't matter. You can subscribe to either one because either way, those monies are used to push Descaled content. Period. That's what it's used for, and we're just going to continue to do that. And I'm telling you. All you got to do is just talk to a few folks that will be honest and tell you, wow, how much of a blessing Descaled has been. And I know it's been like, I'm not trying to figure it out. Let me give a survey. No, I mean, if I do a survey, it's so someone can see the survey. It ain't for me. I'm not the one that needs to be convinced. So, it convinced me already. It's been over 12 years. So, but anyhow, so like I always say, though, if Descaled has blessed you, buy a subscription for a family member if you can, or you buy one or whatever, because all that does is push the algorithm, which means more Descaled content gets pushed. And there's going to be another person just like yourself that got blessed. And I know Saba, when she goes live, one thing I love about Saba is she will be 100% honest, transparent, and she will say, listen, if you like that, you need to go to Descaled. If there was more people on TikTok that was honest, we'd have a lot more people being Descaled. But instead, we got people that really, it's just all about, they could be telling all the truth and they don't care. They want to be the go-to guy. I want to be those. Going to tell you where people are going to tell the truth. Will tell you where they're getting a lot of truth from. And you know what? Eventually, your juice is going to run out. I want everybody to pay attention to me, juice. That juice is going to run out because the only juice of the Spirit. And if all you're doing is regurgitate what someone else said, I'm telling you, it's just going to be a matter of time. They're coming to Descaled anyway. So I'm just telling you, the people who are really thirsty and really hungry, they're going to go where they can get fed. Okay. And then people that have a desire to have things and their other belly, the other desire that they want that, they're not going to come to Descaled. They're going to tell, don't go over there. They don't talk about feelings all day. Nope. I attack it. I throw a stone at it. Your feelings are garbage. The only feelings that are worth anything is the one the Bible talks about. Those are the only feelings that means something. And when you get in your belly and you just want to cry and whimper, I'm sitting there telling you that's the other desire. Your flesh has a desire and your spirit has one completely different. And your spirit doesn't cry, not even a little bit. It rejoices in all things at all times. And when you start learning how to do that, that's when you find the peace of God, when you start learning how to do that. And that's what I talk about all day, every day. And I'll never stop talking about it. Because everybody needs to be freed from the other belly. Yeah, go ahead.
Let me show you something crazy. Give me the big screen. Look at this, bro. You're gonna laugh at this, bro. This is hilarious. Watch this. This is too funny. Look what this lady wrote.
You are man worshiper.
Muhammad is the way, the truth, and the life.
Oh my God. Hey, what is his?
Isn't that crazy?
Hey,
bro?
what does that name mean? Muhammad. What does that mean in Arabic?
In Spanish, it means wet me. I don't know about Arabic.
In Spanish, it means what?
Wet me. Mohammed.
Oh my heavens.
He's just saying in Spanish.
Oh
but God. I would like to know his name. Like, what does that mean in Arabic? I'm curious.
I think it means like wonderful or something like that. Merciful, wonderful, something like that.
No.
Yeah. I wanted to say it means praised one or praised one.
Moha.
I'll tell you right now. It means
Noel on it. Noel said, I Googled it.
It means praise. It means praise or commendable.
Praiseworthy is what it means. Praiseworthy.
Yeah. Literally telling you to praise him. Yeah, to worship him.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. Yeah. Anyhow, that's all good. Yeah. So that's crazy. The way, the truth, the life, huh? Hilarious. All right. So, hey, Alex, what do you got before we go, Alex? We're about to hop off.
I want to say thank you, Trot. Thanks everyone listening as well. And yeah, I can tell that the stuff that I have learned here, I have been speaking with my friends and they have been listening more and more. So I can say that you are teaching me something anyway.
Yeah, absolutely. Make sure you tell your friends they're invited, man. Bring them on.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah. Passion, what do you got before we go, man? My Catholic buddy.
God bless y'all. Peace and heads to the confessionals.
All right, Passion, man. See you next time. Daughter of God, what you got before we roll out?
A lot of going to make a connection about two hearts, but we'll do it some other time.
You were going to what?
Make a connection. You were talking about two bellies, two women. There's two hearts. And you made a connection for me earlier that sin lives in the head. Desire for sin lives in the head. But you are given a new heart.
Right.
By God, you have a heart of stone that's taken out, and you're given a heart of flesh, but then you renew your mind by the word of God. Anyway, God bless.
Yeah, no, you're good. Yeah, but there are two hearts. I could do this all day. Trust me, I studied all the twos 12 years ago. I could two. There are two hearts, okay? You have the heart of stone, and you have the heart of flesh. The heart of stone is the law. That's what the law it does. It kills, and it condemns, and it stones. That's
written on stone.
Right, and then you have the heart of flesh. And the heart of flesh is Jesus. And Jesus said, if you don't eat from my flesh, you'll never have everlasting life. Yes. So in order to eat of his flesh, you have to receive him because he is Eden. He is Eden. He's the promised land. There is no other promise in the Bible. There's only one promise. And the promised land of Israel was a shadow of things to come. It was a shadow of the land flowing of milk and honey. Why do you think the Bible talks about Jesus eating honey when he's a baby to keep evil away from him? Why did John the Baptist eat honey and locusts? Why? Why are they all eating honey? Why is the promised land called the land flowing of milk and honey? Why? Because Jesus is the promised land. He is the good ground. It's him. We have to eat of him. He's in heaven. I could do this all day. But anyhow, let's see. Benny, what you got?
I'll see y'all tomorrow, man.
Absolutely. Dre, what's up?
Nanu.
All right, guys. See y'all in the morning. God bless.